Hi, everybody. Hope you're having yourselves a wonderful Monday afternoon. Hi, hello. Sorry it took me a minute to get going here, friends. I just wanted to make sure everything was going. I am a little out of practice. It's been a minute since I've streamed here, exclusively on my YouTube channel. Now, I know you might be like, well, Shadow, you were here just Saturday. We saw you there. And I was there. But that was a very different stream in the sense that I didn't have to actually set it up myself. It just ran on my channel. This one, I actually had to get everything organized and get everything set to go like I would on a normal everyday stream. So that took a minute, but I am now here and I'm excited to be hanging out with all of you. So, hi. Hope everybody's having themselves a wonderful Monday. For those of you who starting up the week, hopefully, maybe you're starting up school soon. Maybe you're starting up just a good old classic week of work. Maybe you got a little bit of time left in your summer, in which case I hope you're enjoying it. Here is the plan for today. We kind of got two pieces of this here, friends. Number one, of course, is that we are here on behalf of Streamily. Streamily is the platform that I use to get signed prints to you. Yes, you out there in the world. It is an organization I've been working with for a couple of months now, and you guys have been awesome about it so far. You can pick up these posters that I will sign live on stream today if you pick the option to get things signed live on stream. We got things like a good old-fashioned Shadow Temple logo, which you can pick up, but I imagine they're not here for that. You're here for this fella right here, right? That right there is good old-fashioned SMP Pierce on a beautiful glossy 8x10 poster right there, featuring lovely sheep left and right as you do. And of course, we also have, with the announcement of Minor Demons Season 2, some wonderful Minor Demons Pierce, complete with a little Johnny Cat on the side. I can get these things signed and sent to you in exchange for currency that I could spend on other things like my mortgage. And go over to the Streamly link and check those out, and we will sign them live on the air here today. But we've done all that before. You're familiar with all of that here, and if you aren't, hey, go check it out. But if you are like a regular passenger of these rides, we have one extra piece here today that I think I'm going to institute during these streams. I think this is a useful thing. On my Streamly page, I have kind of like, have you ever heard of Cameo before? It's kind of Cameo, but it's not, but it's over on Streamly, so it's a Streamio. Anyway, we have video messages, personalized video messages that you, the audience, can purchase. And then you can, have that audio, have that video, and you can do whatever you want with it, right? Normally, on an average day, those are $60 on over on the Streamly page. A little expensive, but I don't want to do a billion of them. But during these signing streams, I have significantly cut my own cut from it in order to bring it down to a cool $40. But only during these streams when I'm signing stuff. So, if you do want a much cheaper opportunity to get one of those bad boys, pick it up during these streams. The price will go back up after streams, but then during the next stream, it'll go down again. So there you go. Little incentive to keep an eye on whether or not these streams are happening. You know what I mean? But with all of that, how the music is. Is the music too loud? It's lovely. It's C418. The same people who made music for Minecraft made a wonderful soundtrack for an indie game called Wanderstop, and that's what you're listening to right now, and I like it a lot. But it might be just a little too loud. It's got a dynamic thing going on where it's very quiet piano, and then loud piano, and then quiet piano again. Anyway, all that's happening there, and we'll be talking about Streamly here and there throughout. You can't hear the music at all. Well, then we're fine. Here's the other piece, though, friends. If you want to buy posters during this, great, fantastic, go check it out. If you do not want to buy posters here today, you're in luck. We're also just doing a good old-fashioned Q&A today. We're going to hang out. We're going to answer questions. I'm going to slowly maybe put one piece on this puzzle and then call it a day, like I have the past couple dozen times. And then we'll see where we get to here today. So those are all the things that we're going to be pulling off today. We're going to be spending about like an hour and a half doing stream stuff, probably hour 45 if I had to guess. And you got that time to try to pick up one of those posters. I haven't had a lot of time, admittedly, while I was, I did a lot of travel and stuff lately, so I didn't have a lot of chance to like mark or promote this stream or anything like that. So we don't actually have any posters currently ready to go. So be assured that if you buy a poster right now, you will see it signed seconds after you purchase it. But we'll do another one of those. We'll do another one of these in the future, and I'll make sure that I properly market it and things like that later on as we do. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah, I guess if you're not familiar with what's going on, hi, my name is Shadow Temple, as far as the internet knows. You might know me as the guy who plays Pierce for the Aphmau channel. I've been doing that since 2019 all the way to now. It's a long trip, isn't it? But yeah, and then we, I stream here over on YouTube. I stream over on Twitch plenty. I do my own videos here too. So if this is your first time checking out my channel, maybe consider hitting that subscribe button. Yeah. Let me make sure I've got my proper stuff set up for Streamly here, and then we will get started proper by answering some of your questions here. All right, let's see what we got here. I'm gonna scroll up a little bit. So if you're asking a question now, it might take me a minute to get to, but I'm just gonna blast through some of the questions towards the tippy top here. I'm not gonna go all the way to the top. I'm just gonna kind of pick randomly in the middle. Hello. It's almost your birthday on September 10th. Well, congratulations. Hope you have fun. How's today going? I'm doing pretty good. It got a little rainy outside, which was a little scary because I looked outside and it was just black, pitch dark. But the storms have passed and everything's good. Pierce Johnny Cat's so cute. I do agree. My dear name is Pierce is gorgeous. Yes, fantastic artist by the name of Hilarity over on Twitter. You should definitely go check her stuff out. Who's better blue, Ian or Pierce? I mean, of course, light blue is best blue. Been watching Aphmau for a long time. I've been on Aphmau for a long time at this point. Don't remember a few from the QAs, probably. Kind of sometimes mischievous. That is true. You want to thank you for signing the autograph for you? I'm glad that it got to you just fine, Bethany. Yeah, and if you did already purchase a poster from me, make sure to post it on socials. If you have socials. If you don't have socials, don't worry about it. But if you do have Instagram, TikTok, etc., and you did buy a poster already from me, post it, and I'll probably repost it because I like seeing them. And I just like even on a technical point, I like seeing whether or not they're in any good shape. I need money. I mean, so I feel that. Do I know where mutton is from? I do. Pierce does not yet, and hopefully never will. Will Noy come back to the Aphmau SMP channel? I don't know. Voice is so nice to listen to. Well, thank you. I that's something I actually do talk about when it comes to people. Like people always ask, "Oh, Shadow, how do you get into voice acting?" I got all these different like impressions and things I could do. An important thing about your voice is that it's your voice and that you should find how unique it is relative to everybody else's voices, because that's the best way to find work, is that you should sound like you. Shadow's a cool, scary name, but you're just kind of bubbly. Yeah, I made up that name when I was like 10 years old. I'm still stuck with it, but it's fun. If you had to be with one Iron Man Demon character, who would it be? Rise, because the least amount of danger and the most amount of ice cream. How did you get money? Me? I mean, I make money because I voice act. I voice act for a living, and I get paid that way. I also do streaming. I do YouTubing. I do the audiobooks, things like that. It's been fun. Yes, I'm the voice actor for Pierce. You still have that creeper fridge? Oh, right behind me right there. You can see that creeper hanging out. Do I know Aphmau in real life? I do. I haven't seen her in a couple of, not since VidCon, but I do know her for realsies, for reals. Yeah. If I could voice anyone from the game Marvel Rivals, who would it be and why? Squirrel Girl. She's my favorite. I don't know what to tell you. I just want to be Squirrel Girl. Does doing Minor Demon Spears voice ever strain your voice? Yes. If I had to do it for extended periods of time, which is why I don't, it would start to hurt over a while, because it's really a deep chest voice. If you ever worked with like voice stuff before, you have different kind of voices, right? Right now, I'm vibrating my kind of sound machine inside of my body right about here. It's right about in the throat, a little bit higher than that. Getting even almost into the nose. Minor Demons Pierce is purely a chest voice, where a lot of the vibration is coming directly from down here. And there's a lot of vibration that digs back into my vocal folds, and that starts to cause problems. S&P Pierce, meanwhile, is up at such a high range, but still comfortably in my own range, that it doesn't cause me any extended damage, which is nice. That's why I do that voice a lot more time. I already did that. I already did those. How's Marissa and Bento doing today? They're doing well. Thank you for asking, Azrael. Do I look at fan art or fan videos? When people tag me on them, yes. Though I haven't looked at Instagram or TikTok in a minute, I'm sorry. I probably should. But I do, from time to time, roll through those. As strong as I will keep a treasure chest to go zoom in. Yeah, that'll happen. If I started filming season 2 Minor Demons, not me personally, no. But I don't have any information about Minor Demons season 2. Sorry. Oh, it's your birthday. Can you say happy birthday? This is your birthday song. It isn't very long. Happy birthday. When doing the Minecraft RP, do you voice act after the recording or at the recording? I play the character. So it's me playing Minecraft right then and there, and I'm also doing the voices and all that stuff. And then when you see it, it is me doing all the things right there. How's the Peak series coming? It's fun. It's a lot of fun. We've been doing live streams over on Twitch of Peak, and then I've been posting periodical pieces of it on YouTube. Let me know if you guys like those, because the last one did okay, but you know it's fun. It's fun. Who are you responding to? Yeah. Okay. Cool. Who is your favorite My Street character? Nobody, because Pierce isn't in it. No, here's where I admit I still haven't watched My Street. I haven't watched My Street. I haven't watched that one musical that's exclusively on TikTok. It needs to appear on a stage, and then I'll watch it. But I have now watched K-Pop Demon Hunters. That was the other piece that everyone's like, Shadow, why aren't you watching it? I did watch it. It was very good. Want to be in streaming and voiceovers? I did radio stuff in college. I was a play-by-play announcer for the college football team, and I liked it a lot. And I wanted to keep doing it after college ended, and I started streaming on Twitch, and then I wanted to do more stuff, and then I did voice acting, and I kept going from there. What's the opinion of the ship of Mac and Pierce? Hey, if it plays, it plays. You still doing the puzzle? Yeah, it's still there. It's probably going to still be there for a while yet. I think. Have I ever broken a bone? No, thankfully. I've bruised plenty of bones, but I've never broken one yet. If I had to do a girl acting in Aphmau, which one would I do? I'd love to play out Kim. I think Kim's a very fun character. Fits my chaos energy that I like to perform. Not actually live, but perform. Favorite Aphmau character? Yep. Can't say the characters you voice for the same reason, Kim. Although I think we mentioned on Saturday that Keston wants to try playing Pierce. I do want to try playing Zane. I think that'd be a fun switcheroo. A little Freaky Friday action, you know? I always ever get sore or something because of voice acting. Yes. Between long sessions and audio booking especially, where I have to do a lot of saying words constantly for hours. Yeah. Her name is Jessica. That's Aphmau's name IRL, correct? How'd you feel when you realized Lindsay Jones, who played Ruby Rose, is going to be voice Xena in Aphmau's videos? Honestly, and this is gonna be one of those things where it's like, hold on. Cool. So for what it's worth, Lindsay Jones is probably in chat right now, because she's also they're also my rep for. Lindsay's also my rep for Streamily, who is making sure this stream is possible. It was actually something that kind of came full circle for me, because I loved the idea of doing videos and stuff based on Rooster Teeth, which I had been watching Lindsay Jones do stuff since before Ruby. all the live action stuff for Rooster Teeth, the Achievement Hunter stuff. I was a big Rooster Teeth fan back in the day. And so it was like such a callback all of a sudden. It was like, oh yeah, no, we got a new character, Xena, the Lindsay Jones is doing it. It was like, what? But yeah, they're very cool. I've enjoyed working with them immensely. And they have not watched Ruby. Don't tell Lindsay that, but I've never watched Ruby before. Favorite Aphmau video? I don't really think I got one in the box right now. But I think at some point I got to work my way through and figure it out. Am I or Pierce bisexual, pansexual, asexual, or gay? Pierce, I always have difficulty with it, number one, because he's not my character, first off, friends. I cannot make any canonical declarations about what Pierce's sexuality is. In my head, though, it's one of those things where, and again, this is my own just personal how I think of him when I play him. But so it is not, and I repeat, not canonical in any way, shape, or form for Pierce. But I think of him sometimes in the same way that I do Patrick Star. What sexuality is Patrick Star? Who is Patrick Star attracted to? You think about it from SpongeBob and you're like, you know what? Patrick is not really, he doesn't have time or brain power to have any sort of external thoughts about people beyond himself, right? And Pierce, I think to a certain extent is that. Maybe Ace is the closest thing to it, but I think it's just more, he's just too dumb, guys. He's just too dumb. I don't know what else to tell you. As for me, it may be disappointing. And I feel like I have disappointed people because I got this, I've told this story before, but at a VidCon a couple of years ago, first off, I am married to a very lovely woman upstairs. Somebody at VidCon, I was standing in line and I was wearing my wedding ring while doing the meet and greets for Pierce, and like, oh my god, or I didn't notice that you're wearing your wedding ring. You're married, and it was like, yeah. Marissa's pretty great, and then somebody like a couple spots back in the line was like, I didn't know you were married, and I think I broke a heart there that day, and I'm sorry. I'm sorry in advance, but that's just how it be. Hey, call Aphmau and get her to say hi. Nah, she's very busy. She's actually working on video stuff right now. I snuck away to do this. When I film an Aphmau video, do you film it the day it gets published? Not if we can help it, because the benefit of YouTube, friends, as opposed to doing a live stream, is with YouTube, you can make a video several days in advance and then like edit it and make it like really good and stuff, right? But that process can take, at least a day to do. And so we typically, if it can be helped, I'm not saying it always plays out this way, but if it can be helped, it would be much preferred that a video is not recorded the same day that it comes out, because then there's just less time to make sure that there are no goofy little, happy little accidents, let's say, inside there. Oh, by the way, friends, one other thing before we continue to answer questions here. In addition to my own personal posters here, we talked about these with the Streamly. You can click the link at the top of the page there, and you'll get to these posters here, whatever poster you might want to pick up, and have me sign live on stream here today. We also have a new group poster that you guys can pick up off of my store. Now you can have everybody on their poster have it signed, which is like 8 people and is super cool, but is also not cheap. And I understand that. It was really expensive on Saturday, and now it's just mostly expensive today. If that particular price range is not something you're interested in, and I get it, you can also pick it up as an individual poster, I believe. Or you will eventually. I think we're not there yet. Maybe I spoke too soon. Sorry. But we will eventually get it so that you can pick it up with just one signature if you prefer. And then you could, I don't know, play a little scavenger hunt where you try to get the rest of the rest of the signatures as you go. That way, it's way cheaper for you to get, but you still get the poster, which is very nice. So you do check that out. We already have one other group poster for that, which is like a bunch of us all hanging out together. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 people on that poster. Holy crap, really? We had 12 people on that poster? Wow. Wowzers. Yeah, that's a lot of people. So be sure to check that out. And I actually just got a message that it is now live. That other poster, if you want to check it out. So yeah, you can check out both the Aphmau crew poster and the summer fun, summer sun fun, summer surprise. That one. Sorry, it was summer and then and I wasn't sure. But there it is. That's what's happening right there. Anyway, I'm scrolling back on questions here, friends. But be sure to check all those posters. Again, you can click on the link there. It doesn't cost you anything to click the link. You can see whether or not it fits for you. If it's Stranger Voice to talk a lot as Pierce from Minor Demons, it's a good thing your Pierce doesn't talk a lot. Yeah, although, I mean, I still like getting paid for work, so I don't mind doing it. It just, I have to kind of take a vocal rest after doing a lot of Minor Demons Pierce. If Ian manipulates Pierce, why is he still friends with him and not Aphmau? Here's a question for all of you out there in the world. Put a 1 in chat if you have a friend who you feel like uses you, but you still stick around them because either A, you think they're still a good friend generally, or B, you're afraid of losing them as a friend. Put a 1 in chat if you got one of those. Because I agree with you. I 100% agree that Pierce is used by Ian, right? He's not, that is not a healthy relationship between Pierce and Ian, right? And if I were Pierce, I'd try to get out of that situation, right? But Pierce is not smart enough for that. Pierce is not smart enough, and he's too insecure to like release that from himself, right? At least for long. Anytime he gets gassed up or he gets included in something, he'll ride or die for anybody from the cast, you know? And that's just how it be. That's just how it be, you know? Characters be characters and conflict be conflict. I've watched Minecraft Diaries. I have not. Am I still going to be in the new series Minor Demons? Yeah, I think so. I mean, I haven't heard differently. And when they were announcing Minor Demons, they were like, oh my God, Shadow, you're going to love this. Minor Demons Season 2's coming out. They told me like right before we announced it at VidCon. It'd be really weird if they did that and then we're like, and you're not in it. You know what I mean? Again, I don't necessarily know for certain, but I would be at least a little surprised if I wasn't. Anyway, yeah, no, not letting that one through. Let's see here. Do I actually control the characters in the videos? Yep. Not the like role play though. Like, just to be clear, like when Minor Demons rolled, that was me submitting lines after the fact and then slotting it into the video. Just to be clear, but like, you know, when Aphmau is playing first person Minecraft, that's me. Yeah. But if, you know, there's like a camera above all the action and they're filming it all cinematically and stuff like that, then it's like voiced stuff. And that's, you know, I think that makes sense. It's like animation. His favorite character besides Pierce? Kim. I like how Kim runs. Favorite line from Minor Demons that is not from Pierce. Well, we were actually hanging out at the Q&A on Saturday with Jordan Reynolds, who's the guy who voiced the guy who voices Ash in the first season, right? And he I forgot about it, but he like demands that Ava dress him. And just the way that he goes for it, he's like, dress me. It's pretty great. I do like that a lot. Is there a college for voice acting? I don't think there's necessarily a college for voice acting specifically, but there are plenty of good acting schools out there. And voice acting is just one piece of that greater puzzle, right? find yourself a good drama school if that is what you really want to pursue. Or take some community college classes. I'm privileged enough to live in near a city, Milwaukee, that has like local theaters and stuff that give classes. And so you can still do like maybe a more kind of quote unquote pragmatic college degree, but then take all those drama classes and see if you enjoy it, right? I say that because at least I found it was really nice to be able to kind of throw just like, I mean, I paid like $150 for an 8-week acting class. And that was like a really nice dip of the toes in, you know? See, it's not a small amount of money, but it's enough. It's small enough compared to going to school that you can find out whether or not you like this thing, right? And if you don't like that thing or you don't feel or like you're enjoying that very much, then you know. And you only spend $150 as opposed to $20,000 on college that you didn't like. Can we hear your Zane voice? Let's see if I can think that through. Aphmau, those idiots blew up my base again. You have to take care of this. That's pretty much where if I had to do Zane, that more or less lines up what I would do. Music feels a little loud. I'm going to turn it down just a little bit. Just a teeny tiny bit. Just one moment, friends. Okay, hopefully that's a good audio level. Hopefully that's a little quieter for all of you out there, and it's not as invasive upon the rest of the thing. Sorry, friends, I'm not going to call any of the members of the crew for this. This is just a silly little stream between you and me. I don't like imposing joinings upon other people like that. I'm more like, if I'm going to do a collaboration with somebody, I'm going to make sure that they know about it well in advance. Like, if you guys haven't been paying attention to our Twitch streams, we've been playing Peak alongside other members of the Aphmau crew, especially James Brown Jr. and Corinne Sudberg, who play Rise and Kim, respectively. We also did a big stream with a whole bunch of them where he played with Rise, Kim, Zane, Sylvana, and, there was one more, but the name presently escapes me. Who was that? Oh, and Mac. Mac was also there. Lindsay, do understand, while I appreciate the intent, I have no method by which to control the audio in such a way that will be a nice stream for that purpose. But I can, if you want, I could swing that up here real quick. Hold on. Let's see here. I appreciate the intent, though. I just received a Discord call from one Lindsay Jones, aka the friend who plays Xena, who I put a one in chat if you want to hear from Xena at all. If that wasn't just a misclick, I could bring them in for a little bit here, friends, if that is of interest to you. Scrolling. All right, I'm way behind. I should be scrolling a little bit more. You have a fan fiction where you and Pierce are married and have free kids. You shouldn't give those kids away for free. Those are expensive. Let's see here. Why am I going to call Chris? I don't know. They just want me to. Let me get to the bottom of the chat, and then okay, I see a couple of ones in there. All right, give me a sec here. I just need to at least get my headphones on. Let's see if we can get this organized. Huh. stop? No, it's just quiet. Here's the cable. Let me plug her on in and see what's going on. I'm still here, by the way, friends, just to be clear. Hello?
Hello?
Hello. Did you intentionally call me? I wasn't sure. It was serendipitous or not.
No, I did. I just wanted to check in and see what you're doing. Are you streaming right now for Streamly.com?
Oh, yeah, I'm absolutely streaming right now for Streamly.com. Lindsay
Oh, that's
Jones,
good.
voice of Xena on Aphmau.
Thank you kindly. Shadow Temple, voice of Pierce on Aphmau.
Yes, of
I hope you're
course.
enjoying yourself. I hope the audience is enjoying themselves. I hope they like the new group print and the fact that yours is now available for just your signature on the site too. Yeah, I know.
Would you believe that, friends? Did you hear that right now? If you went to streamly.com/shadow-temple, because URLs don't like underscores, that you could go and find that new summer surprise poster and just have me sign it for at a significant discount so that you could get the poster at least one signature. You can also get them all of signed if you want, but you can also just get it with me too. Just saying.
It's true. There's a lot of options out there. I'm pretty blown away by it too. I'm not gonna lie. I do have one message before I go. Hang on. Do you want to go here? You want to tell him? You want to tell him? Okay.
What's up?
Pierce, leave my sheep alone or you're going to regret it. I promise you, I will have my revenge.
How bad is the revenge, though? Because I really like the sheep, and I would prefer to keep them. If it's just like death, then that's fine. But
I'm kind of non-confrontational. But I think Kim has some ideas. I'm gonna text her. Okay, gotta go.
Oh no! Don't ask Kim. Oh, she hung up. That's not good. That can't be good. I don't want. Those are my sheep and they're mine. Hold on, friends. I'm gonna disconnect those headphones. And hang up the call. There we go. Anyway, there you go, friends. You got your guest star, and there you go. And shout outs again to Lindsay Jones again. That's the voice of Xena. Be sure to check out their stuff, including they are a VTuber as well over on the Twitch stuff. If you're out there, Lindsay, feel free to link your own stuff, please, and thank you, because I've forgotten the exact name of the channel and all that. Yeah. But there it is, friends. Did you see the new Aphmau book, Aphmau Searching for Home? Hold on, let me see if I see it. Yep, I see it right there. I found it, guys. It's right there. It's pretty good. It's pretty good right there. Hold on. Let me get my so I can see the camera again. I wonder if I can find the spot that I was right here. Is the book any good? It's very nice. Yes. And look, Pierce is in it right there. It says, according to his bio here, Pierce brings a chaotic energy and his sheep to every situation. Not only is Pierce a goofball, but he's also the jock of the group. He can be very loyal and find himself in not the best situations, especially when working with Ian. His likes include sheep, being fancy, sports, working out, mutton, and pranks. His dislikes include snow, butterflies, homework, and being scared. I do love that. One of his dislikes is being scared. As if anybody's like, yeah, I really enjoy it when I feel in danger. I say that, but I do love roller coasters, so it is what it is. Here, let me see if we can find then a page that he's in. I think he's somewhere around here. There he is. There's the fella right there. He crashed a party with Ian, and he brought all his sheep with him. Take a look at that. Take a look at that beaut right there. Wee and oof right there. Beautiful. If you want more of the book, you got to buy it. But you can get it pretty much anywhere that you could purchase books. Not everywhere, but Barnes & Noble? Barnes & Noble? You could also probably pre-order it in other stores, and they'll get it for you. Also Amazon and all that jazz, but, you know, buy local if you can. Dad named your dog on your birthday, but I was supposed to. I mean, if both of you have names for the dog, no one will ever know except the dog. Just saying. I've watched Minecraft Diaries. I've not. What's your favorite Fruit Blocks flavor, and what would you recommend? I like the fruit punch. I think that's a flavor. I don't know. Okay, this is maybe just an admission on my own point of, like, flavor blindness. But when it comes to, like, fruit snacks and juice boxes and stuff, I rarely can tell the difference in terms of flavor. That's not an indictment against, against the fruit blocks or the juice blocks. It is just my own inability to determine the different flavors. Same thing with, like, Gatorade. Whenever I try to drink Gatorade, I'm like, yep, that sure is Gatorade. This one's blue, but it kind of just tastes like all the others. But they are good. Yeah, you know, it's just nice little tart snacky bit. First time I watched Minor Demons, your simp, your voice is amazing. Well, thank you. How to learn how to voice act? In my case, I just kind of kept doing it until I did it in such a way that people liked it. A lot of trial and error over time, and only just recently have I started taking classes and things to try and improve upon my skills, which I think I'm finally starting to do. I really do feel like I'm making progress in that realm, and I'm happy for it. But it is it took a while, you know? It took a while to get to a place where I felt like I was really contributing on all the projects that I was doing. And that just takes practice, you know? There are things out there that people are talented at. No doubt about it. But more than talent for most of anything out there is practice and technique, you know? Continuing to try and make the thing that you're doing the best it can be. I know artists have this similar thing where people are like, oh my God, you're such a good artist. You probably are so naturally talented. It's like, no, I spent 2,000 hours drawing the same thing. That's how it goes, you know? And my next live stream, can I text Aphmau to be in it? Fun fact, actually, in the Q&A on Saturday. I don't know if I should reveal this or not. I feel like I could. It's a funny bit. Keston was in a hotel room at the time, right? During that Saturday stream that we were doing. And he I guess they was hanging out a little bit with Aphmau and stuff at the time. And apparently she and Jason were trying to get on that stream that night to like pop in and say hi. But they knocked on the wrong hotel door and didn't make it until after we were done. Oops. But beyond that, she's too busy of a lady, guys. I want to be able to, the biggest thing is when it comes to doing stuff like this is I want to be able to do stuff without necessarily having to drag everyone else's schedule into it, right? If I have to drag everybody else's schedule into it, I get to do a lot less of these. Whereas if I just do it when I'm available, I get to do it a lot more. Does that make sense? It doesn't mean that people will never make it into my streams, just I want to make sure that I can have time with you guys. Any bloopers voicing Minor Demons? Not really. A part of it is that there just wasn't really a lot of lines to get wrong. Maybe the best blooper is the fact that for every time that Pierce said yes in Minor Demons, I submitted 6 takes of the word yes. And I thought that was very funny. The editors also thought it was funny, but they're like, why you keep sending so many? So why are some characters on videos as much as Travis or Noi? I mean, Travis was, for a bit there, wasn't he one of the Saja boys? He was in there for quite a bit. But ultimately, it's down to casting. Whatever the Aphmau channel wants people for videos to be, that's how they get voiced. Just reading through it for your friends. Favorite animal other than sheep? Me personally, penguins are pretty cool. I like them a lot. Ever met Lucinda from my street? Who voices Lucinda? I don't think I have. There's a chance that I might have, but I don't think I have. Can you get fruit blocks in the UK? You might have to order it. Well, I don't know. My local Kroger had fruit blocks today. Where I went grocery shopping, and that was pretty cool. I was very excited about that. Favorite part of VidCon? Meeting fans. I know that's a cliche, but I really do enjoy meeting fans and seeing how excited they are about the stuff, and more than anything, giving them an opportunity to feel like they enjoyed spending time with us. You know, I want to make sure each fan interaction we have is a good one, is a genuine one, is something that they'll remember, something that they felt was worth their time. And it hurts me when we don't have those opportunities. And if you were at VidCon or something like that and you felt a little shorted, sorry. There were so many of you. So many. There are like 4-hour lines for some of that stuff here, friends, at VidCon. Not because we're like slow or anything, but there's just so many of you. It was really cool to see, but my goodness. Anaris. Oh, I've not met Anaris yet. No, sorry. But I'd like to. If Ian was your best friend in Minecraft, who do you think you would hang out with? I think Pierce would love to hang out with Aaron, but Aaron would not tolerate it. Pierce has a lot of has a lot of admiration for Aaron, and Aaron would be an excellent role model for Pierce. But Aaron does not want to be that. And he doesn't. He's not. Pierce isn't entitled to that, you know what I mean? But that's how I play, is that he always has the highest esteem and regard for Aaron, but Aaron does not care about that man. Let's see here. What would you rather say? What do you rather say? You're a sheep or a dog? I mean, I personally have a dog, and I like my dog, and I don't really want a sheep. I don't got space for that. School doesn't end until a couple of weeks after VidCon. That's tough. Yeah. We switch characters to Aaron or Zane. Zane, I think. Zane is fun because he tries to act cool, but he's also a failure frequently. And I do like playing fail sons. Do I have any pets? I have one dog. His name is Bento. He's very cute. Someone said the reason Ian wasn't in Aphmau for a bit there, is throat surgery. Yeah. They call it tonsillectomy, which is there these like flaps of flesh in the back of your throat that if everybody has to start, but some people, including yours truly, had issues with them. For me, they'd block my airway. They would get swollen, and they'd block my airway, and they'd choke me out, and I really was upset about that. So as a kid, they went in and chopped them out, and I got my tonsils out when I was like 10, and they always say you get ice cream when you get your tonsils out, and I did get a little bit of ice cream, but not as much as you'd think. And then he got his out as an adult by comparison, because he'd get sick pretty frequently. Is there chances to meet the cast even if we can't get to VidCon? So I don't know anything. Let me just say that first. I don't know any information that you guys don't about that kind of stuff. But we did come out of VidCon feeling like we wanted to do more events. So never say never. And again, I don't have any news, but I think we want to do more events is the general sentiment. In which case, then, the idea is we try to do a convention in other places in addition to VidCon. And so we may not be in your city, but we may be in a city closer to you than Anaheim, California, at least. What would you do if you got told you were fat because you got told that? So, in case you can't see it, maybe I can turn sideways so you can see this too. I have never been a light fellow. I get it, it's food's too good and running's hard. People aren't big just for that reason, but it's mostly why I'm big for that reason. but people can be unkind in school, especially in those regards. As big as I am now, in middle school, I was essentially an oval. And I can make those jokes because A, I'm big, and B, I've made peace with it. One thing to kind of note with stuff like that, people are going to find ways to dig at you no matter what. You could lose 100 pounds tomorrow, and people would still find some new reason to make fun of you or be upset with you for no reason. They're trying to hurt you in any way they can find, any vulnerability they can scratch at. And the biggest thing, unfortunately, is you just kind of have to sorry, I was just looking at its messages. What was I going to say? The biggest thing, more than anything else, is you have to make sure that they, at least outwardly, I know just don't be hurt by words that are meant to hurt you. How dare you? No, but try not to show it on the outside. I know that sucks. I know that's not the right answer to it, and I know the correct answer is make sure people stop saying those things because they are themselves going through something. But the greatest way to ensure that it keeps happening is reacting in some way to the people who call you fat, if that makes sense. They are looking to get a rise out of you. They're not rise like James Brown Jr., but a rise as in they're trying to get you mad, because then if you're mad at them, then you think something about them at all, because they are so desperate for attention that they are not getting from their parents and adults in their lives, that they have to act out in order to receive it. Even if it's not good attention, it's better than no attention at all. It's just, you have to see if you can try to ignore it. And I'm not saying hold that in for your life, because you don't need to. It's not healthy to hold it in. But release it somewhere else other than upon the people who are doing the things. Does that make sense? Find a sport to punch a bag or something like that. I did football. This is not necessarily the most... I know they've been on this question a lot, but I went through it too. I get it. American football is a great place for a fat boy to be. Can I just say, American football was the best place for me as a fat middle schooler to be, because all of a sudden you aren't fat, you're built for football. And then you've got a bunch of people around you who are like, I also there were also football people. And if you pick on one of us, you have to pick on all of the football people, and that gets dangerous. So that was a powerful thing. I hope that all made sense. It's tough. It's tough when people aren't kind to you. But a part of it too to understand is that like they are also probably dealing with stuff internally, and it's as weird as it sounds. And I know like I had to deal with this because I taught middle schoolers and things. It's not personal. It feels personal in the moment. Don't get me wrong. Oh boy, howdy does it. But it is not actually personal. And the reason why is because they're acting out because something else is going wrong in their world. And you just happen to be an easy pickings for them to find and try to make themselves feel better about themselves. Yeah. I was a teacher. Yeah. The last job I had before I quit and did voice acting full time was I was a teacher, and I worked with anywhere from I was like a science teacher. I worked for anywhere from first grade all the way to 12th grade, various subjects, and it was fun. It was probably one of my favorite jobs I ever did. But the pay wasn't very good, so when I got better work, then I had to leave. But I did enjoy it quite a bit. Can you get a fruit box at Winco? I don't know. Best thing to do for your local grocery store as to whether or not you can get fruit blocks there is look it up online. Most grocery stores have online shops, or at least a list of things you can buy from them online, and you should look at that because it'll tell you a lot. Oh, excuse me. Sorry. What's my favorite beverage? Tea. I'm a big tea guy. Love tea to death. I had some Earl Grey that I just finished off a few minutes ago. Because teaching's great. It's so rewarding. And like seeing a kid like learn something and having that aha moment is so magical. It is so powerful. It's better than like, what would be a good good comparison? It's better than cake. It's better than like winning a small amount of money on the lottery. Not a lot of money on the lottery, but a small amount. You know, like when you have like a scratch ticket that your parents give you and you scratch it and you win like, it's like a $5 ticket. And you win $5 and you're like, yeah, that kind of energy is what it feels like. Not if you won like $1,000, to be clear. But it's so exciting when you like a kid, especially if a kid felt like they weren't like ready to do a thing and you help them out and then they feel a lot better about the thing afterwards. It's so good. It's like, yes. But yep, I'm doing other things these days and I'm enjoying them. It's just a different world. Is there a chance you might use the Minor Demons voice of Pierce in SMP? All the time. It happens like probably like one out of every 5 episodes of the SMP videos that Pierce chimes in as Minor Demons Pierce. I try to use it sparingly because I think comedic bits like that only work if you only use it on rare occasions. If you use it every episode, then it stops becoming special. You know what I mean? That's something I hold dear when it comes to comedy, when it comes to working on stuff, is if you've got a fun thing in your pocket, make sure you only use it often enough to make it fun. Or to keep it fun. You like lemonade half iced tea? Sure. Like the Arnold Palmer. I do love me some lemonade iced tea, absolutely. Most of the time I try to just drink regular iced tea these days, but because I try to cut down sugar in my diet because I'm an old man. But I do like it, absolutely. More than I like lemonade, because I think lemonade on its own is too sweet for me these days. But combined together, oh man, it's lovely. Minor Demons character's your favorite? Rise, yeah. What would you think if there was an Aphmau convention solely surrounding her? Oh, I'd be so terrified. Like, we're popular, guys. Don't get us wrong. We do pretty good. But, like, I don't know if we can carry a whole convention on our own. Maybe we can. Maybe there's somebody at Catface right now being like, all right, AFCON is 3 months away. And then they're listening to me and they're like, ah! But though I think we're popular, I don't think we got that on our shoulders. I think that's too much. I think it's too much, man. But I'd like to do more. Another episode of Shadow and the Never-Ending Puzzle Quest. This is definitely focused more on the Q&A side of things. And of course, if you'd like to purchase some posters, friends, over on that link at the top of the stream there, we got the look at this boy. Look at that boy. You can have this. You can have this right now. Not right now, but like in a week or two, because physicality of the world takes some time to ship things. But this or this. Look at that. Signed by yours truly, personalized by yours truly. Or if you're a genuine Shadow Temple fan, you can get one of these boys. Look at those. All available at the link, streamly.com, Shadow-Temple. Check it out. Also, hi, Corinne. How you doing? Megami33, friends. Voice of Kim. Go check it out. He's so hot. You'll take 20? Heck yeah. I will, I expect the check in the mail. Can you order multiple posters for me to sign on stream? Sure. Yeah, more the merrier. Absolutely. By all means. I think in fact, I don't know if it ever came through, but I think there was a plan to try, Lindsay, if you're still in chat, you can let me know either way. There was a plan at one point to try and lower prices overall on the posters if you get multiple posters in one order. The idea being that since the most expensive part is the shipping of the posters to you and from me to you, if you order multiple of them, it doesn't cost that much more to ship 2 posters to you as opposed to 1 poster to you. So that then you can get a little mass thing. But that was still in the works. It might still be on its way, in which case, sorry, I keep putting things out in the world that don't actually exist yet. But we had talked about it at one point. In which case, it might happen in the future. But if I hear confirmation, then I'll be like, yes! Favorite vid from Aphmau? I don't think I have one. Oh my goodness, friends! Do you have a link for that yet, Corinne? Either way, post a link for that. Friends, did you know that not only my signing here today happening is happening, but there's also signings for the other members of the cast as well. Be sure to check it out. Let's see here. I actually have the list here. Solo events. Tomorrow, Corinne's got her own signing around this time, I believe. Then let's see here. We've got Keston on the 20th. Jordan Reynolds also on the 20th. And then we've got James on the 26th. Michaela on the 25th. And then PM Seymour on the 12th of September. Wow. Wow. There you go. You have 2 Pierce Me Meows. Very nice. I've got a handful of them. I like them a lot. They're so cute. I actually had a moment today where, I went to my local Kroger, or Kroger subsidiary, which is a grocery store chain, if you guys don't know. And I saw the fruit snacks in the snacks aisle, and I'm like, wow, that's weird. I have that feeling a lot when it comes to the Aphmau stuff, to be honest, where I continually forget just how popular this stuff is until I encounter it in the real world. I'm like, oh my God. Oh my God, this is happening. This is so weird. It's really cool, and I love it. Here's me muse. Favorite K-pop Demon Hunters music? Please answer. Probably. I was initially gonna say Golden because I really love that note that the main gal hits that she has trouble with for the whole thing, and then finally gets to hit it. It's really good. I like that note a lot. But this is what it sounds like is a great song. It's a real nice button for the show or for the movie. Gets the thesis in there really nicely. Really kind of explains their thought process and their faults and how they've overcome them and have come together to form something more powerful than they were before. And it's very lovely. I haven't done one of these in a minute. Sure. Yes. Pretty good opening song. Yeah. I was all I'll say about Golden though is I genuinely did. I was on vacation a couple of weeks ago with Marissa's family, and we went to as part of it because her dad's a big New England Patriots fan. So we went to the big football stadium just outside of Boston, and there's a whole bunch of very sportsy men walking around taking pictures and everything. And over the radio at Gillette Stadium outside of Boston for the New England Patriots was playing Golden from K-pop Demon Hunters over the loudspeakers, and no one was batting an eye. And I was like, wow, that's super nerdy. But it was pretty cool. Can we see Bento? Maybe in a little bit. The Takedown song is cool and it's fun, but I get where they're kind of going with it, is that it doesn't quite hit the same as the other songs because it is kind of just a teardown song, and a diss track is always fun. Don't get me wrong, but I really liked the rest of them in other pieces. So yeah. You love me as Abby? Yeah. I've been did Abby for a couple videos now, huh? Mako and Aphmau Justice videos anymore. She's on the if you haven't checked it out, and people should check this out, the Roblox channel. She's over on the Roblox channel these days. We just have different pieces, people doing different things for different stuff. Oh, that's good water. Do you know water's tasty, guys? I like water. You haven't seen K-pop Demon Hunters? I only recently watched it. It was very good. I highly recommend. Does anyone just randomly approach you in day-to-day life when they recognize you from where you live? No, actually. The very nice Free is also very nice. I agree, Cunning. You're very right. The voice that I use for stuff like this, is not the voice that I use in my day-to-day life. It's not because I'm putting on an act for you guys, but this is my projection-y, streaming, talking, performing voice, right? When I talk, this is a funny thing. I can't even do it. I can't even use the voice. Let me see if I can do it.
This is the voice that I use when I talk to people at like the grocery store and stuff, and people just don't recognize me. Then I get
no. But no, I maybe when I'm talking to Marissa upstairs or something like that, or I'm talking to the person at the grocery store clerk or what have you, I talk more like this, and it's still nice and it still sounds like me, but this is the voice that I use for day to day, and it's fine. But it doesn't work for microphones specifically. This microphone right here, for example, is very good at picking up loud voices, and I do enjoy doing loud voices. So instead of doing this, I instead talk more like this, and this picks up a lot better. It gets the fuller range of my voice out there, and it also lets me talk longer, if that makes sense. So because of that, people don't hear anything. You said you good? Like, it sounded like I was sad there, right? And it wasn't sad. It's just that's the everyday average voice, if that makes sense. But yeah, no, when people hear me at like VidCon, for example, they recognize my voice immediately. But part of that is, number one, I'm using the Pierce voice stuff when I'm at VidCon. Number two, they're looking for me, right? An average Aphmau fan is not looking out for me out in the wild at all times. So I can get away with a lot. Who made the posters? The posters physically were printed by Streamly for me to be using at for these streams and stuff, which is really cool. The poster designs, I mean, this was made by a fan actually a long time ago who was working on their stuff for digital design. They made me a logo and a big old kit of various things, which I've used to this day. Shout outs to Super Lufkin out there in the world. I've been using this logo ever since because I think it's super sharp and I like it a lot. For posters like this and like these two posters that I have are made by Holly, or you might know her as Hilarity over Hilarity, not like hilarity like being funny, but like you would spell Holly, but then continuing on to say Hilarity over on Twitter and socials and stuff. I use her for a lot of my modern art, and she's fantastic. Always use art, by the way, friends. None of the stuff that I use is AI or anything like that. It is always made by a real, honest to goodness human being. Just saying. Just like the other posters on my Streamly page as well. Be sure to check them out, please and thank you, friends. And we're running out of time for you to get one signed here on stream live today, but you still can do it. I'll give you another probably about 15 minutes here, friends, and then we'll probably call it. But yeah. Do I like Bluey? Fun fact, I actually did an entire audiobook about Bluey. This might be for you parents out there more so than the kids out here. But I did, there's a book called The Psychology of Bluey, currently right now on Audible, that you can listen to me, yes me, talk at you about Bluey for like 7.5 hours. Yeah, it was a really interesting read. Essentially about like 20 psychologists. No, it's like a dozen psychologists got together and each wrote a chapter about a different aspect of what Bluey does well for when it comes to mental health and stuff. And yeah, if that sounds intriguing to you, yes, you as a parent of one of the children watching this right now, be sure to check it out. And if you are just a fan and you want to listen to it anyway, go for it. But it's pretty, it's not like fun and entertaining in like a big entertainment Bluey style. It is very much more about like an analytical piece. It's fun. Favorite K-pop demon hunter? I mean, come on, is Abby, obviously. It is fun though because Abby was also voiced by Sungwon Cho, aka Pro ZD, and I thought that was really fun that he got like a real like mainstream character to voice, and I'm very happy for him because he's been at the grind for a long time. And like he's done plenty of anime and things like that, but it's cool to see something that's like, you know, a triple-digit $1 million franchise that's built around that now. I watched Amazing Digital Circus. I have not yet. I'll get into it at some point. I watched the first episode, but I haven't watched an episode since, and I should get back into it. It's just one of those things where like I got enough to watch right now, and I'm just digging through different things. Moments where you burst out in laughter when voice acting in Minor Demons. So a part of this is weird, but I rarely do I find something so funny that I cannot continue doing things that I'm doing. Very rarely am I caught off guard when it comes to doing stuff like that, simply because when I'm doing acting in things, I am in actor mode, and you can't get me to crack while I'm in actor mode most of the time. I'll find things funny and I'll enjoy it. And when I want to laugh, I'll laugh at stuff. But when I'm in acting mode, you can very rarely get me to crack. That's just a professional thing for me. I don't know. I like being able to be, mostly because my work most of the time is trying to get other people to crack. That is where I seek my kicks and my enjoyment is watching other people fall apart because I got them good on something, you know? That's where I get my kicks. Mm-hmm. Where can you get the Aphmau puzzle? If it's still available, it's going to be on aphmau.com is where you'll be able to find that there poster. Or, sorry, that not poster. Puzzle. Puzzle. That's the word I'm looking for. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Do you like try not to laugh challenges? Again, I don't really laugh very often, so, you know. How many sheep do I have? Me personally, 0. Sorry. Do you have a cool do you have a secret hobby? Well, if I told you, it wouldn't be much of a secret, would it? But maybe the hobby that you know the average Aphmau fan certainly doesn't know about me is I love downhill skiing. That is like my go-to thing. In fact, I have my skiing helmet right here because I was wearing it for a bit for a stream the other day. But this is my ski helmet, my ski goggles that I wear when I ski, and I love it to death. It is the one time I get to go super fast without using like a motor or something. I like it a lot. Taking class, CNA class. Cool. Are there any Aphmau costumes? Not in the sense of like a Halloween costume or something, although, you know. But they're like hoodies and things. I mean, this is a Minor Demons Pierce hoodie that I got when that first came out. I need to cut the Where's Mutton From that we did on the first one of these signings. If you go back to the first signing stream that I did here on my YouTube channel, and it should be published, you should be able to access it. That's me singing it. I did it once. I will do it again for a very special occasion, but I don't think that special occasion is today. Let's see. Like maybe the next time I sign more than 20 posters in a stream, then I'll be ready to sing that again. But today is not that day. But if you want it to be, go to streamly.com, pick up one of them posters, yeah. And I'll mention once again, by the way, friends, right now I have a little special going on Streamly. If you ever wanted like a video shout out where I record like a personalized message just for you, kind of like Cameo if you've done Cameo before. Right now there is a $20 discount on it. Typically it is a $60 value. It is currently $40 over on Streamly this second. but I'm cracking that price back up at the conclusion of this stream until the next stream. So, this is just a deal for any of you listening right now that you can go and get one of those for a little bit cheaper. Just saying. $20 off's not bad. Not bad. Let me see here. What's backstory about Pierce's fear of butterflies? We did a helpful butterfly video back in the day, and Pierce was the villain in it, and he genuinely believed that Ian had been eaten by a butterfly, and he sought revenge. That's it. That's the whole bit. And, it's just one of those things where it was a funny bit at the time, so it stayed going. Sometimes when you got a bit and you like the bit, you just stick to the bit. Trying to figure out where this would fit. I don't see a good spot for this piece yet. Who builds houses or sets in the SMPs? I don't know. They just appear sometimes. Let's see here. Shadow, are you interested in Iran? I have very few opinions, but thank you for asking. That's what it sounds like when people type in all caps all the time. Let's see here. What else? Does Bears care deeply for Ian if he was mad over him getting hurt by a butterfly? I mean, yeah, in the sense that Pierce is a follower. He follows people, and when bad things happen to them, then he wants to make sure they're doing okay, so they'll continue to give him attention. Well, we could bring Bento on. That's true. It's been a minute. And friends, no, I'm not going to bring anybody else on stream today. Sorry. If you do want to see Aphmau, I do recommend. She has a very good YouTube channel called youtube.com/Aphmau. And she's in a lot of videos over there. You should go check that out. But this is my channel. And so when you come to this channel, you should expect me. If you are hoping for somebody else, I'm sorry, I don't got anybody else. Just me. How long is this puzzle taking me? 3 months. And the trick is, of course, that I'm spending far more time talking to you guys than I am actually focusing on the puzzle. And I've gotten down to this part where it's just all exclusively sky pieces, many of which don't have any distinguishing features, and it is difficult. Yeah, let me bring Bento on, and we'll get close to finishing up here for the day, friends, because I'm running out of time, and I gotta still cook some dinner before our stream later tonight. We actually have another stream we're gonna be doing here, friends, but not here on YouTube, but instead we're gonna be doing over on Twitch. It is a bit of a more mature game, just to be clear. So all of you friends out there who might have people in their lives who may have difficulty with stuff like that, just be aware. But it is a fun game. It is an anime game about a man who's trying to solve mysteries called No Sleep for Kaname Date. It's pretty good. I like it a lot. Do I play Murder Mystery 2? I don't know what that is. Is that a Roblox game? I assume that's a Roblox game. I feel like if it wasn't a Roblox game, I'd have heard about it, because I like murder mysteries. Aha! I found a piece. Success! All right, I keep forgetting. Bento! Bento, come here! Come say hi, Bento. Where's Bento? It takes him a little bit. Usually he's sleeping around this time of the evening, and so I wake him up to do this. Hi, baby. Hello. Hi. What a good boy. What a good boy to pop up. Hello. Here's Bento, by the way, friends. He's a mini Australian Shepherd. He's 6 years old, and he's a sleepy boy. Yeah, he's a sleepy boy. Ugh. Yeah, I know. I'm sweaty. I get it. No lick. Bento, can you shake? Oh, you can do better than that. Bento, can you shake? Oh, you gotta. He needs to get more stable first before he feels comfortable to do it. Okay, I got you. Can you shake? Oh, that's a good boy. Bento, can you cry? Can you cry? He's like, no, I don't want it, Dad. I don't want it. Don't make me cry. Bento, can you cry? Can you cry? He's just getting nervous. I'll stop. Oh, poor buddy. I'm not. Hands are off, friends. He's just a lap dog now. And one of his paws are just like off the side of my lap. He's barely hanging in there, but he'd rather be here than not. And so he's just here. Yeah. Oh. He puts up with a lot. Yeah. He's just so happy to be here right now. Okay, Bento. What a good boy. All right, here you go. You ready? I'm gonna let you down now. Whoa! You're a good boy, you know that? Profile's your dog. I see that. What a cute doggy. Favorite meow? My favorite is Sugar Skull Cat. Though I don't know where my Sugar Skull Cat went to, but I do like Sugar Skull Cat a lot. But of course, also I love Sheep Pierce, who's, that's also a surreal moment of like making jokes about Pierce loving sheep has turned into a line of plushies, which is pretty crazy. How old is Bento? He's 6 years old. How would Bento react to a creeper? The way he reacts to most strangers, which is bark, 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 run. Away, not to be clear, not forward. Has he had a bath recently? He was like glowing. Not really. No, he's just a good boy. He's a soft boy too. All right, friends. Well, I think that pretty much does it for us here this evening. Later this week, I plan on doing some Minecraft streams during the day on this here channel. So I hope you guys will tune in for those. I'll be playing not on the Aphmau channel, just to be clear, or the Aphmau servers, but we have our very own Shadow Temple community Minecraft server. And you can play along if you join up on our Patreon. And we're not this Saturday, but the following Saturday, we're going to do a little showcase where we get to go check out everybody's projects they've been working on the server. And maybe go beat the Ender Dragon. I'll double check to make sure that we have enough people on the server available that day to go take on the End Dragon. I want to make sure that feels like a momentous occasion for everyone on the server. And so I might hold back on that depending on what kind of attendance we have, if we have quorum in a way. But that is my thought for Saturday. So I think that'll be fun. But yeah, and that'll pretty much do it here, friends. We'll still spend another like 5 minutes here. So if you have anything else you want to ask, I don't do shout outs, by the way, friends, too much. If you want a shout out over on my Streamly page, I can do a very nice shout out for you if you want to check it out. Hit that link at the top there, friends. Oh! Before we're done, I just refreshed, friends, and we have a poster to sign. And so a poster I shall sign. Absolutely. This one is for Harvest, who has requested a Minor Demons poster. So I'm going to go ahead and sign that right over here. And I'll make it out to Harvest. I did not give myself enough space for Harvest. My apologies. But Harvest, as always, yes. From Pierce. There we go. And then I'm going to put in parentheses my own little signature of Shadow Temple. And a little smiley, because I like doing smileys. So there you go, friends. That is a poster right there signed for our very own Harvest in chat. Let me make sure I got all that information correct. So Harvest, if you are indeed watching right now, this poster is signed directly for you. And on the back of it, what I'm going to do is I'm going to be putting a specific number on the back. That way that you know this one is the one that I signed on stream just for you. Specifically, on the back, I'm going to put a number of 82. 82. So when you get your poster and you saw the number on the back that says 82, you know that that's the one that I signed for you. There you go. Beautiful. So I'm going to sit that off to the side there, let that dry. But there you go, friends. It's just like that. If you want a poster for yourself, check out that Streamly page and get it picked up just like you saw Harvest there. In fact, I will extend this stream further along each time somebody picks up another poster. So right now we just had one there, so I'll give it another 5 minutes here. And at the end of the 5 minutes, I'll check and see if anybody purchased a poster, and if they did, I'll extend it another 5 minutes. And we'll just keep doing that until I get through all of them. So right now it's 6:12 my time. I'll go till 6:17. So there you go. Am I a lefty? I am a lefty. Yeah, always been, always will. How do you get a poster? Click on that link that is pinned at the very top where I say "Want a poster." If you click on that, go buy one. You can get one for yourself. It's just that easy. Now, if you want it signed live on stream, you do have to pick up the one that says live stream. But if you don't mind, if you don't want yours customized and you just want it quick, you can click on the other one, and that one's a little cheaper, and you'll get it in like a couple days as opposed to a couple weeks, because I gotta send these off. You know how it goes. Are you and Ian good friends IRL? I haven't hung out with Christopher Escalante in a long time. He used to live a little bit closer to me, so it was a little bit easier back then. But these days he's pretty far off, so I don't get to see him very often. If I had like a bestie of the cast, I would say to a certain, just in the sense of like how much we've hung out together, Keston and I have spent quite a bit of time together. In fact, we were roomies at VidCon this year. He likes roller coasters. I like roller coasters too. My best friend, though, is Marissa, of course. Do you know why dad jokes are funny? Because they're goofy and they don't hurt anyone most of the time. How'd I meet Jessica? I started working for the Aphmau channel back in 2019, thanks to a tip-off from friend of the show, Mac and Cheese, who was working for her at the time and knew that they were starting up a new series, aka Minor Demons at the time. And she knew that I wanted to get more into voice acting. So she's like, hey, Shadow, I know you want to do voice acting. I'm part of this team that's doing a new show called Minor Demons. It's essentially anime and Minecraft. Would you be interested in auditioning? And I was like, sure. And I auditioned for the roles of Noi and Pierce. I did not get the role of Noi, but I did get the role of Pierce. So there you go. And that's just how it be. But admittedly, I worked with Jess here and there. I didn't actually personally meet her until, that was like December of 2021 or something like that was the first time I got to meet her. Part of that, of course, as you might imagine, pandemic hit at a very specific time. And when pandemic hits at a very specific time, you just kind of got to deal. But we still got to meet eventually, and it was very, very lovely to meet her and the rest of the cast at the time, too. Because other than Mac, I didn't know anybody. I was new and I was baby. What's the funniest prank I've done? I've done very little pranks in my own life, for what it's worth. I actually don't really like pranks very much because I don't like hurting people. I'm pretty non-confrontational. To a point of pain sometimes. And because of that, I don't really prank people in real life. That said, boy, Pierce pranking people, there have been so many over the years. I'd be more interested, honestly, in hearing what your favorite pranks of Pierce were, because there are just too many. He's been a very prolific pranker. Do you like the Minecraft movie? I enjoyed it. I thought it was very dumb in a good way. What country am I from? I'm from the US of A. And what state am I in? I'm in a state of confusion. Why'd I break Aphmau's ice cream machine? I don't want to. It just sometimes it happens. Take all responsibility out of it. I didn't want to break it. It just broke. All right, one more minute, friends, and then I will probably be calling it here unless we get another poster purchased. Because I've already gone a little bit past what I expected to, but I want to make sure I appreciated that poster that was purchased earlier. So I want to make sure we signed it and gave proper time to appreciating that. Do you like sheep outside of your Pierce role? I mean, they're cute, but Pierce is the sheep lover, to be clear. My favorite moment with Aphmau, I mean, honestly, it's VidCon. Anytime we get to go to VidCon and we just get to see how excited everyone is, it's a real like happy moment, I think, for everyone, including her. That like this all came together and it is become as popular and as exciting for everyone as it has been, and all that work put in, it means something to someone, you know? So much of our time is spent like in the nitty gritty of all the details of the stuff we work on, that it's nice every so often to just have a moment to step back and be like, oh, this really is something. Like people actually like this. They really do enjoy this and they're happy to be a part of it. And anything else, any other quibbles, any other difficulties, any other, again, minutia, big words, sorry, that are not Pierce words. All the stuff that has to go into making all the stuff that we do. It's nice. It's nice to see that there is someone on the other side that really appreciates all that work and really likes all the stuff that we do and really wants to support us and really wants to see us succeed. And that's all really nice. You're so surprised Jessica was in the Minecraft movie. Funnily enough, we didn't know. We kind of knew, but we didn't know. But we kind of knew. Because she disappeared to New Zealand for a while, and we're like, why? And she couldn't tell us. But we kind of knew, you know? And then there was some post about, I think one of the influencers posted like, oh my God, all of us hanging out here for... And then we're like, oh, okay, all right, we get it. Because, you know, when it comes to stuff like that, friends, people sign NDAs, non-disclosure agreements. It's the same reason I can't tell you everything about how our videos are recorded. It was not informed, but it was inferred. That is correct. Yep. Something that you relate to, Pierce? Something that I relate with Pierce, personally, is, and it's something I try to impart upon Pierce as well. When we're not in, like, pull pigtails to get attention mode of Aphmau videos, is I enjoy things. Irrespective of whether or not certain people have decided that I am supposed to enjoy those things or not, right? I'm a deep-voiced, 6'3", 260-pound man who loves musical theater with an undying passion of 1,000 suns. Who would be so excited to engage in a tea party. Who would, who wants to watch the sunset together with his wife. Who wants to, who loves, going to the botanical garden and looking at flowers and things like that, right? Stuff that, like, masculinity would tell you is not a thing you're supposed to like or do, because if you do, then you might not be a man enough. Pierce doesn't care about those things, and neither do I. And I think it is so lovely to experience joy regardless of whether or not you're supposed to experience joy based on what other people think you're supposed to experience, right? And that's a big thing of Pierce that I celebrate as much as I can. When Pierce gets a flower crown, he's not like, flower crown. He's like, I like it. Is that original? Not necessarily. There are other characters that have done it. I think Drax is actually like a really good example of it from Guardians of the Galaxy. Like he legitimately can enjoy things just because he enjoys them. And I think that's a really important thing to take home with you, Obviously, don't enjoy things that are harmful to others. That's an important caveat there, of course. But being able to enjoy things just for an enjoyment's sake, that's great. That's fantastic, and people should be able to do that. Shadow Simple said about the botanical gardens. I don't know why we got into that so much. It was an episode where it was like a hide and seek episode or something like that, right? Or I think it was a Who's Your Daddy, maybe? One of those like gameplay mini game kind of thing. Where like the levels was a botanical garden, and botanical garden is such, like, even though it very accurately describes the thing that he was in, it's not a set of words that in my head SMP Pierce would ever say, because it's just too fancy, it's too scientific, it's too proper. So when it was time for him to discuss the botanical garden, I was like, yes, guys, we should go to the botanical garden. It's just that kind of thing. Yeah, that's about it, friends. I think that is where we'll call it for the quits for the night. I'll double check one more time on the Streamly page, see if anybody bought any posters, and no. Which is fine. I totally get it, friends. Money is money, and it's difficult, one of those things to have. But it's an option for you, and this is not the last signing streaming we'll be doing. In which case, you can get more of these posters in the future. Like I said, I will keep it up until I get back to my computer again. So if you do want to get a video shout out for cheap, now's your chance on Streamly.com. Again, hit that link at the top of the page there. Go pick that up in the next hour or two. You have until I'm done cooking a pizza to purchase a cheap video call or shout out. Otherwise, they will go up to their original price. So go hit that up. It's $20 cheap. It's like 30% off right now, friends. Go 33.3% repeating, of course. Percent off at the moment. Go hit it up, or else you'll have to you'll have to pay for full price until the next time. Just saying. But thank you so much for chilling with us here, friends. I'm going to be streaming again in about an hour and a half. No, more like 2 hours. I start around 9:30 p.m. Eastern over on my Twitch channel, which I do have a Twitch channel. You should definitely check it out. It's a lovely place. People should go say hello. All right, I'm heading out here, friends, but we'll do another stream here on YouTube later this week. I want to play some some Minecraft on this channel, so I'll be doing that in the future. But I think that's where we'll leave it. I got more puzzle done, which was also nice. Just a handful of pieces, but it's better than nothing. And we'll call it quits here, friends. Thank you so much. Bye. to physically walk over.